Hey, you early.
Hey, how are you?
I'm
I'm actually
amazing.
I'm actually driving. I was like, let me get on the Zoom call before I forget. I put my alarm on and everything, girl.
Oh, that's so cool. That
How
is
you been? I'm dying to connect with you. I need to make a phone call to you. I don't know. I haven't really talked on the group. I'm glad
hmm
um yeah, let me get out of this and pull over because I need to focus.
okay.
But no, listen, I've been wanting to connect with you because I love how you listen, that video that you put up yesterday that you went to the church and spoke to the bishop and stuff. I was like, oh my God. I was so amazed with that. I was like, you know what? Because I thought about doing that. I was like, you're going to think I'm crazy.
No, listen. When we're talking about changing the stigma, right? We it's easy for, and that's what we're gonna talk about, because it's just like these moments that I have this 12-month series. It's because we don't understand that we're trapped. We don't understand that we're trapped in our same rigmarole. Like we're trapped in saying what they said we should say, you know what I'm saying, or what we should believe, but we don't really believe that shit. We really don't. Like I do,
Right,
right? Like I know that I am changing the stigma, and I know that, you know what I'm saying, that I'm unapologetic because I know that I'm not doing anything bad. So I don't care
right, right,
who you are, right? It
right,
doesn't interest me what your title is. At the end of the day, we are all human, right? Our bodies are going to be aching, our bodies are going to break, like our bodies are going to be sore, we're going to have swelling and so many things. Before you are a title, you are a human. And because you
right,
and I know that we have something that is very powerful, impactful, and it's not man-made, right? Like God put this
right.
plant for us to use, but it wasn't for nothing. We can use everything on God's green earth for our healing, right? Why is it that a person
Mhm.
can only eat vegetables and fruit and still live an abundant life, right? Like,
Right. When there's herbs, right.
so for me, I'm like, listen, I'm going, I got something you might want to get involved in.
Right, right.
Because at the end of the day, beyond your title, you still got bills.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you let your pride get in the way of your bag, that's on you. But my job is to let you know, right? And this 12-week, this 12-month pillar, like this self-survey, is because not only do we do things in such a repetitious manner, right? Some of us are still asleep. We still
Yeah.
sleep. Like
Yes,
my
I agree with that.
leaving to get out of the house on yesterday. And I was like, where did this just come from? Right? Hey, Instagram, how you guys doing? I'm giving you guys a sneak peek because you really should be over on this Zoom call. So I'm giving you guys a little peek into what we talk about on survey, guys. Listen, it is self-serve for everybody. Yes, I'm in network marketing 2.0. Absolutely. I absolutely love everything about what I am doing because I'm not doing anything bad, right? However, if our mindsets don't shift, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. So you do have an opportunity to still click the link and join us over here on the Zoom call because I don't want Instagram to lock my account or anything like that because I get a little raw. And on my Zoom call, they can't
Ah,
business. Who just joined us? Hello. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Joe.
Hey, hey, man, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, yes. So, yeah, I missed it. I missed your little your Saturday night thing. How was that?
What's Saturday night thing?
How many Saturday night things you do in
Oh, the one you didn't come to? Oh, it was
oh,
great.
the one you know was busy that day.
It was good.
Oh, oh, good. I'm getting ready to book the radio station. I'm gonna pay for that tonight. So that's still good, right?
Yeah, that's still good. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, good. All right.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, Gloria.
Hey, Gloria.
She's probably driving. Hey, Miss Denise.
Has she?
Hey, hey, no, getting my daughter. She has practice, so dealing with that. Hey, everyone.
Hey,
Hi. Hi. Good evening, everyone. It's Denise.
hey, Denise. Hey, Denise.
Yeah.
Did you get my? This is Joe. Did you get my information? I emailed you. 'Cause I'm trying to get some T-shirts made.
I got you, dude. I got you. Can you call me on my phone? Can you call me on my regular phone? On my
Yeah, I text you. Can you put your number in some kind of way in that text? And I emailed you.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out. I'll get right to it.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to all this cutting into your.
No. I was just saying, so she didn't have to go through too much. I could just give it to you offline.
Okay, that's
and you
good.
call her. That's what I was saying.
Something else.
Okay.
Okay, guess what?
What?
Randallstown. I still didn't get the number or the address for the girl that do the party in Randallstown. Because the girl that I brought in, she lives in Randallstown. I was going to take her to that because she used to throw parties like that, and she wanted to go since she lives in her area. But can you, any way you can find out that girl number, her name?
No, I cannot. You guys can go into the Facebook group and be like, hey, who lives in Randallstown?
Oh, okay. We can hit it like that.
Yeah.
We can hit it like that.
That's the community, right? Go play in the community.
You mean the Facebook or the Instagram?
Facebook.
I mean the Telegram.
Facebook.
Okay. For some reason, I might not got any Facebook stuff.
I don't know, Joe. I don't know. But listen, guys, invite your friends. I'm not going to hold you guys really long, but I wanted to stay on task, right? So I feel like I should get my charger just in case my thing will dead. I don't know. But anyway, I'm just going to get going. So guys, thank you and welcome back to 12-month series of self-survey, right? Self-survey is when we get to, it's like me calling myself out and you guys are just my audience as I spill my beans, right? As I spill what I've understood, what I've come to understand and how God has been moving in my life, right? And I feel like it's very imperative that I share his glory through my story, right? So today, yesterday, guys, I typically take notes throughout the month, right? So that I can be met with what I'm supposed to say, because I like to document what I'm experiencing and going through this transition, right? And so what I realized was this part of the year is resurrection season, right? So at the end of this month, on the 31st, I believe it's Easter, right? When Jesus rose, right? When he rose, he came back and he was, for what we did. But guess what? It's our season to increase. It's our season to be resurrected. Resurrecting meaning, right? The meaning of resurrection, guys, it's the spiritual, it says that it's the act of rising from the death, spiritual rebirth of a person, right? So when you are getting into a new season in your life, it's time for you to make a pivot. It's time for you to change. It's time for you to listen to what your spirit is calling for you, right? And how do you do that, right? You have to listen. You got to be woke in order to do it, right? You cannot be somebody to say, you know what? Hey, no, I'm going to do this the way I've always been doing it. At the end of the year, I'm going to cook my greens. I'm going to cook my Hoppin' Johns or my black eyed peas, my piece of pork. I'm going to do what my mom and my grandmother did, right? But your mom and your grandmother did that year after year after year. And also what they did not tell you, that they said, you know what? This year is next year it's not going to be like this year. The reason that I decided to do this 12-month series, the first Monday of every month, so that not only that I can stay on alignment with the decisions and the goals that I've placed for me, right, and the vision that I've seen in my life that God has shown me, is to make sure that I'm being accountable for a plethora of people, because I haven't come through a plethora of things just for myself, right? The things that I've been introduced to, the things that I've been sheltered from, have come from me being protected and covered. And I promise you, it's not a game with me, right? This journey of resurrection, guys, it means we got to knock some dust off of our spiritual warfare that we got going on. We got to really fight right now. A lot of you guys are in, working somewhere, or you're in network marketing, right? But a lot of us don't know how to deal with the negative space that come with that, right? We like to listen and just say, okay, well, they said do this, they said do that. But when we talk about changing the stigma, guess what? The stigma starts to change with us, right? Some people say, well, Nika, how did you come on and tell people, that you talked to a bishop, you talked to somebody in a church, right? Clergy, and regarding to, cannabis, marijuana, because I know for a fact I'm not doing anything wrong. Right. I woke up Sunday, I haven't been to church service and I don't know how long. Right. But Sunday I woke up and I had the desire. I was thirsty. I was dried out. I was depleted. I needed to be in the building. I couldn't get it from YouTube. I couldn't get it from, watching it on TV. I had to physically be in the room. right? I had to physically be engulfed in the center of everybody with the same thankfulness, with the same gratitude, right? Where somebody can really touch me while they're talking to me, right? My grandmother isn't here, guys. My mom isn't here. My father isn't here. They don't live here with me. I don't have the pleasure of going to lay across their bed. I don't have the pleasure of just stopping by and say, hey, let's go for lunch. I don't have that pleasure of just being able to just be somewhere 8 hours away or 12 hours away because I just need to be touched by my family to be empowered. So I have to go to the place of worship, and the pastor or somebody, they gotta touch the girl. Because I'm telling you, I hold a lot in and I'm cleaning out. I'm being resurrected, right? I'm waking up. I'm seeing where the enemies are. And these enemies, guys, I ain't talking about the devil. We're talking about people that you think riding for you, but they really not. We're talking about people that you think is coming back into your life because they want to be about your business. No, they want to be in your business, right? We're talking about the people that's going to try to bring you back to what you were doing last year at the end of December before the new year hit, to try to get you to do the same thing all over again. I'm talking about the people that's already telling you to come out and let's go party, not the ones that saying, hey, let's go make some money. Hey, let's go empower a people. Hey, let's go do something different. That's not what I'm talking about, right? I'm not talking about the devil. I'm talking about the ones that we see every day. I got up yesterday morning. I'm sharing my story with you guys. I got up yesterday morning, and like I said, I was thirsty for the word. I was thirsty for the presence of people that believe like me, that's got a testimony and a story, right? I was thirsty for that. So I got up and I called my bonus mom and I said, hey, what time does the church service start? Because I want to go to your church. Why did I pick her church over the church that I typically go to? Because the church that I typically go to, ladies and gentlemen, it is a prosperity church. They talk about making sure you got money, knowing and operating and being the head and not the tail, right? That's how they operate. And I thrive off of that, because when I leave that church, baby, I'm richer than rich, okay? But yesterday I needed something different. I needed food for my soul. I didn't want to hear no more money talk. I didn't want to hear no more increase in finances. I wanted to hear increase in my spirit. I wanted to hear increase in protecting my soul. I wanted to have increase in having enough armor on me, so when I go outside and I'm talking to strangers that I do not know, I'm safe and I'm protected to talk to strangers, because I don't know what stranger I'm talking to, right? So yesterday I ended up going to, on my way to go to my bonus mom's church. I said, what time does church start? She said it starts at 9:30. I said, okay, 9:30, right? So I'm getting myself together. But then I had a business partner, right, that I hadn't talked to since our event, right, 2 weeks ago. Right. And I don't hold grudges. I don't let things linger. I just don't. Right. I think I should have been an attorney, because I'm going to go back and forth with you. And in the next 5 minutes, hey, what you about to get to eat? Because it's not personal to me. Right. So I called my business partner and I wanted to check on her and make sure we was on the same accord, you know, and she was in her downs and we was talking and I was doing what I typically do. Right. And she said, I told her I was going to go to church, and she said, well, you know, I want you, she said, I was thinking about going to church too, but man, I just don't know. And I said, well, I'm going to church because I'm just been called to be in church, right? So she said, so I said, yeah. So I called her when I get in the car and I said, man, church started at 9:30. I'm going to be late. If you know me, you know I don't like to be late. That is so disrespectful when you are late, right? And that's just me. And I'm not calling nobody out on the call. I promise you I'm not. I'm just talking about me and my yesterday. So I said, well, I can't go there. So then she said, I called her back. She said, oh, well, let me call and see what time mine start. Right. You know, and she said, well, mine started at 10:30. I said, all right, bet. It's going to take me about 20 plus minutes to get to you. I'm going to listen to the service that I wanted to go to while I'm in the car on my way to you. And we could just go to your spot, because I knew my friend needed something, right? She needed to be fed too. Right. So I pick her up. We go down the street. Now, I ain't going to hold you guys. I saw a whole bunch of people. It was 2 churches. I saw a whole bunch of people going into one church that didn't look like me. I wasn't familiar with it. And my spirit was like, damn, okay, well, I'll just do something new, you know? And so I picked her up and I said, oh, that's the church. She said, no, it's this one right here. I said, well, wait, it's only like 10 cars in that parking lot. Does anybody know about this church? Right? Let me tell y'all something. I went in the church. I had to put my mask on. And you know me, I'm going to sit in the front. I don't care if it's a comedy show. I'm sitting in the front because I'm bold with it. I want you to see me. I want you to tell a joke. I want you to give me that free advertisement. Hello, somebody. Right? So here I go. I sit in the front of the church. Me and Jackie Black, we sit in front of the church. Now, Jackie is a dominant female, right? And I am this I'm this prissy feminine female. So we sitting in the front row like we are a couple successful, right? And people don't know that we're business partners, right? We're both going through something and we're looking to be fed, and we came together to sit at the table of the spiritual directions, right? So she said, Nika, you okay with this? She said, it's kind of different. I said, no, I'm cool with it, but I ain't really was cool, so I ate a gummy. You understand? I had a piece of the gummy. I'm sitting in the church, and I know when I'm on my vibe, guys, I am vibing. I am so in tune with everything when I'm on a vibe. That's why I recreational medicinally vibe all day long, right? So I'm sitting in there and I'm paying attention to stuff, right? They're doing this African, this African celebration about life, right? He was a black Catholic. Okay, I never seen nothing like it. I did see it on TV, but not in real life. The way this man was talking, the way he was celebrating our ancestors, I felt like, wow, this is different. Like, I am someone who goes to South Carolina and will go to my grandmother's grave and talk to my ancestors, because I believe that I need their strength and their power, and they're okay to carry this family, because I know that I'm an empress of my family. I know that an empress just doesn't rock with her family, but she rocks with the flock. You understand? But you got to know how to lead correctly. So when he was in there talking to the ancestors and giving them a homage, I was like, whoa, this is different. A new gospel. No, it's a new prayer. Swahili prayer is Baba Ya or something like that. I got it on. It was amazing opportunity, you guys. But here's what he said. Because I was in there taking notes because I was on them gummies, right? And it was going into play right now. So he says, you have to be woke in order to win. I was like, well, damn, I just heard that one time, because the other church said you had to do the same thing, because I was listening to it on my phone. Remember, guys, in the car. And I was like, He says you got to be woke in order to win, right? And I put that into my days right now. I have to be woke in order to go outside. I got to be woke in order to see the enemy. I got to be woke in order to know who's riding for me and who's not. I got to be woke in order to walk away that what does not serve me. You got to be woke in order to win. When you start to subtract things, your weight get a little lighter. You can run to the finish line and you gotta win. That's the only way you can be winning, is if you woke. He says you have to be woke to get in it. I said, get in what? He said, get in the race. You got to be woke. You cannot do nothing if you sleep, or if you lack, or if you lazy. He says, when you sleep, you can't see what's coming. Guys, when we're woke right now, a lot of us are asleep. Right now, some of us are still under construction, right? Some of us are still saying, well, I'm a work in progress. Some of us don't even know how powerful our words are, because there are spells to our success. Some of us don't know how powerful our words are, because our words dictate what it is we gonna get, because we already believe we see it. Some of you guys been praying for an increase on your income tax, and hello, somebody, I heard it on the news, somebody got an increase on their income tax on children. I was like, shit, I ain't got no children, but somebody asked for that. I never opened my mouth about it. Somebody is asking for something and it's happening, but that same somebody is also saying what's not going to happen. They're also going to welcome somebody coming in and say, you know what, that's going to be difficult. Right? You're supposed to say, no, it's not. It's not supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be exactly what it is, right? Because we have the power to make things difficult or not. It's what we believe it to be, right? He said, you have to destroy the temple. I'm like, what? Let me see what he said. He said, destroy this temple, and in 3 days, in 3 days, I'll raise it up. And I was like, what? Now, that's the scripture he was saying from the Bible, right? And I was like, what are you talking about? But then it said, some of you guys are still under construction. That's when I got the point. He said, some of you guys are still under construction. He said, but God said to the people, listen, destroy this temple. In 3 days, I'm going to build you up. I'm going to rise you up. That means right now, you got to sit with yourself and self-survey. You got to take some things out. You got to break down the building. You got to come from under construction and let him reconstruct. You know why? Because some of us think that, oh, but I'm 49, I'm grown. No, he said, destroy, bring that down, and let me rebuild you up in 3 days. So yeah, you took 49 years to get here, Nika. It took you 49 years to realize that you want to do something totally different. It took you 49 years to really stand on my word and let everybody know how powerful and how awesome I've been to you. It took you 49 years to do that, but you don't remember when this person, you don't remember when this person, you don't remember when this thing happened. You don't remember all of that. What I need for you to do is tear down this person that you put together and let me build you up. Let me give you the words to talk to people. Let me give you the confidence to do what I called you to do, because you're not doing this for you. You thought you got into it for the money. Oh no, Nika, because now it's turned to the people. It's not about you anymore. It's everything to do with me. Right? This is spiritual revelation. This is spiritual resurrection. This is right now, I want something different. This is the month of resurrection. This is the month of Easter. We're going to get dressed. We're going to get baskets. We're going to get candy. We're going to do it the way that society says we should have done it. But nobody said the third month of the year might need to be your resurrection season. Might need you to stop doing what you was doing last year this time this year, right? Maybe you need to resurrect from the old you, right? Go get a photo shoot, get your makeup done, start going to the spa, go and get your nails done, having a you day, letting people know like, hey, I said my business is 24 hours, not me. You understand? Go to bed at a nice time, spend some time with your family, right? Because in this business, we're driven to believe that we don't have time. Everything is a rush, rush, rush. I'm telling you, rest works. Get you some sleep and see how good you look the next morning. While you may think you look the same, somebody gonna say, you look good. Did you get some sleep? Right? We're talking about resurrection. We're talking about self-survey. Okay. But when me and Jackie was sitting in the front, we kept having little moments because they was talking to us together, and I would tap her and she would tap me. And then I saw the lady and she had a cane, right? And I said, she could use the pain bomb. Now I'm still in work mode. Not by disrespectful means, but I'm in my help mode, right? I'm in there wanting to still help people regardless of the situation or what I got to present to her, because I'm confident. I know I'm not doing anything wrong. You understand? So I tell Jackie that. So then Jackie was over there. She was laughing and crying. We felt like sisters in there, right? I know what it probably looked like to everybody else, but in that moment, we were there for each other. My business partner became my 2-in-1. She became my sister and my brother. I became the keeper of my sister and my brother. So while it looks one way to you, it was two to me, because I don't see her as anything other than my sister or my brother. Like, I'm in the building and I'm having a moment with somebody who I never thought that I would be connected to in this type of way. And I'm telling you this because I'm telling you, the people that you are appointed to lead, right, will become your family. You have a responsibility, right? And that responsibility starts with self. It starts with resurrection, removing, getting rid of, and rebirthing a new spiritual you. So you can have the patience to say, you know what, I'm going to give them a moment and I'll be back. So you can have the grace to say, well, you know what, I understand you really don't know me that well, right? But I'm going to give you grace and let you know what I don't like. You understand? You're going to have enough patience to tell somebody, don't worry, it's going to work out for you. Look at all the patches on my back from the nose I got. Look at all the patches on my back from the people that stopped following because the journey got too heavy. Maybe it got too hot. Maybe it got cold and nobody was talking to them, right? But they didn't realize that they stopped talking to people. Maybe you could say, look at the patches on my back because I'm qualified to lead you because of all of the things that I've done to protect you from, right? It's resurrection season. We got to get out of our feelings. I had to get out of my feelings. Guys, we did the communion yesterday. It couldn't have been no better than yesterday. How what I wanted, God said, you need to not only be lifted in your spirit, you need to be lifted in your color. You need to be lifted in your pronunciation. What is your pronunciation, Nika? This melanin. It's always popping with exclamations, right? So when I got in that room and he didn't just talk about the word of God in the book, he gave me revelation on the Eurocentric way of being taught, the difference between hell and heaven, and is it a real thing? And I'm like, well, damn, all this time I thought it was, and here I am not even realizing I'm living in the middle. If things get bad right here on earth, right? If hell is beneath us and we are above hell and things get bad for us right here, who told you it was worse when you go down? Because I've been homeless. I've slept in cars. I've slept in hotels with my mom. I've done some things that I'm not proud to say that I did, but I did them. So if this heaven on earth, but I'm having bad days, I'm having moments that I don't think I can get out of, right? I've gone through all of those facets of life, and you still telling me it's something worse than this? Because I remember saying, oh my God, I can't take this no more. You mean to tell me it's something worse than this? You mean to tell me I'm living in the middle? So right now, I mean, I'm in the cream in the cookie. Like, well, because if the cookie on the top is brown and the cookie on the bottom is brown and I'm in the filling, ain't that the sweet part? Because sometimes life ain't sweet. Sometimes it don't feel good, right? Sometimes I have no awareness of what's going on and I need to be fed. So yesterday I was being fed, guys. I realized and I was taught a lot of things in there. I realized and I was taught how powerful the melanin is in my skin just because of the people that didn't make it. There are people that did not make it. When I say that, I ain't talking about the ones who died yesterday. I'm talking about the ones who died on the boat coming over. I'm talking about that whole life, that whole family line, that whole bloodline that did not make it over here, but we did. I'm talking about the ones that did not make it from the boat to the dirt. I'm talking about them. I'm talking about the ones that didn't even have an opportunity to be a fucking slave. I'm talking about those who didn't make it, but somebody down our line did. But we complaining about what? What we talking about? Nobody knows about your business, Nika. You're not telling nobody. You're not spending time. You sacrificing. You doing all of this. Don't forget about me, little girl. I need you in the building. He called me in the building yesterday. He called me in the building yesterday. Not the building I thought I wanted to be in, but the building I was supposed to be in. When I tell you I was popping in there yesterday because that man was dropping gems. He was dropping gems in my soul because I needed it to come back and share with you guys, right? We walking out the door. The bishop is sitting in the chair, and they say, good to meet you, woo-doo, woo-doo. And I said, oh, yeah. I said, but look, I can't stand up no longer. I got to sit next to you, right? They asked for visitors. Said if anybody new in the church, you could stand up. I stood up. I was the only one. I was so happy to stand up. You know why? Because I was there to resurrect the building. Jackie, I see you, baby. We was in there to resurrect the building. When I tell you we walked in there, it was dry. It seemed like you could just blow dust off the pews. By the time we ended up walking out of that building, it felt like the lights got brighter. It felt like, oh, we supposed to be in here. How many of you have ever been to your church and been in your pastor's office by invitation only? Not because you needed to go because you was asking him for something. Baby, we was invited to the quarters. First time in the building. You know why? Because that's favor. Because we were supposed to be in that building. Somebody on this call supposed to be somewhere, but you hindering yourself because you're not listening to what he's telling you. You're not listening to where he's telling you to go. You still trying to go where you think you're supposed to go. You know you're going to be late, but you still going to go? You still gonna go? You gonna go to the same place and try to get the same people to lock into your building? You know they ain't trying to be in your business, but you still gonna go. Because you're unfamiliar with people that don't look like you, don't talk like you, don't visit the same locations as you. You don't want to go there because it don't look familiar. I'm telling you my story yesterday and how it's going to apply to yours. Because it don't look like what you used to don't mean it ain't for you. By the time we left and talked to that lady at the door, baby, we was in the back quarters. We didn't just talk to the bishop. Right? We also talked to the patriarch. He came in and he was talking to us as if he knew us for years. Jackie had already knew him previously because she had visited that service before. But let me tell you something. It was years ago that she did. I never been in there. We talking and you never know who you talking to. I told the lady that I was the bishop that I was going to be at a conference and I couldn't come to their first Sunday or their celebration Sunday. And she said, okay, well, what are you going to do? And I said, oh, I said, me and Jackie were business partners and we're going to talk to, I said, and I have a meeting in Atlanta to discuss, with some people on how to open a dispensary. See, I'm poking a bear. I'm setting up the call. I'm setting up the conversation. I'm not doing anything to disrespect anybody. I just set the play. I'm sorry. Jesus set the play. I just ran it. You understand? I just ran it. That's what I did. She said, oh. And then she went back to her conversation and then she started talking again. But she wanted to ask me something, but she couldn't because of the people that was around her. Then she said, you guys want to just welcome me to my office? I said, okay. She on the walker, ladies and gentlemen. She's walking down the hall. She stopped so that I can go in front of her. What do we do when somebody is compromised? We want to make sure that we're behind them to protect them, to make sure they're okay. Right? So we can say, I got that for you. She told me to go in front of her. And I know some of you think was Nika, she was going to be too slow. I'm sorry, baby, because there was other people walking behind her. She asked me to go in front of her. She said, well, I'm in a senior business building and I can't smoke in it, but I could do the gummies. I said, well, let me see if I got something. Your girl is always prepared. You understand? He said the play, I ran it. We go in the back. I cracked the can. I handed it to her. I didn't even get to tell her what it was. She said, bloop. I couldn't even text Jackie because she just a ball of laughing. And I can't text her to say, did you just see that? The bishop just ain't asked me what milligram, ain't asked me what kind, ain't asked me where it's from, ain't asked me nothing. Then I started to tell her about the business, more about the business. She said, I want you to talk to the patriarch. I said, oh, okay, we'll get him. I'm ready. I'm prepared. Jesus set the play. I just ran it. I thought I was supposed to go this way with the ball. He said, no, I need you to go this way with the ball. Right? I need you to go. I need you to go and get the pass. Jackie about to throw you the pass. I need you to get the pass and run the ball. That's what we did yesterday. We ain't set that play. We just played the positions. The patriarch comes in. I'm talking to him. He's so elated. He's so excited. He's like, yes, yes. And I said, well, do you indulge as I'm going in my purse? He said, oh, no, I don't smoke. I don't, no. And I said, oh, okay. He said, well, I mean, I do a gummy every now and then. I said, oh, well, here, let me see if I have more. Hand him the can. Bloop, get yourself one. Bloop. Jackie, I want to say we did 2 touchdowns. We did 2 touchdowns in the building. He set the play. We ran it. We did what we were supposed to do. And in that moment, I'm sitting there thinking that not only did I come in here for me, but I'm coming here to help somebody. Because what I do, what I have is to help people. It's going to get easier when you understand that the shift in the stigma starts with you. It's going to get easier when you understand that your belief and how you believe and your confidence in what you believe and getting into your own information, learning the cannabinoids that we currently use. Just learn them. Learning the mushrooms that we currently use. Learn the effects. You ain't got to be a scholar. Learn the first 3 lines. Take a few today and take a few more tomorrow. This is self-survey. This is we're not doing what we did yesterday. This is we are becoming greater and greater every day. This is if we have to create an alter ego to help us merge into the beginning of the resurrected new spirit of ourselves, then you do that. Make sure that the ego that you set for yourself is somebody that you fucking respect. Not somebody that's going to make you go do anything other than where you see yourself going, where the vision of Christ has already saw you to be. If you see yourself as a winner, if you see yourself as the top of your business, if you see yourself as a married, happily, whatever that is, you see yourself, you create that alter ego and you start to separate from the weak bitch. You start to separate from the weak one. Right? You start to separate from the one that's okay with lying and cheating and stealing and robbing and buying bootleg stuff and buying the food stamps and things that are beneath you. You separate from the one that think that it's okay to clean your house and run a business and sleep with your man and still do this and do that. No, you separate from her because that one that's cleaning the house all the time may need to understand the new one is going to say, listen, no more minimum wage work. No more, not just outside my house, but inside my house. You're not coming in here. Look, let me get somebody to come in here and clean this house because I got something to do, right? If I plan to make thousands of dollars a day, I can't make thousands of dollars a day and clean my damn house. I don't want to do it. It's time to resurrect your spirit. It's time for you to get in alignment. It's time for you to believe like nobody's business that you are not the same you was an hour ago, that you're not the same you was a minute ago. Something changed. You don't believe me? I'm sure a piece of hair grew a smidget or a centimeter or something a minute. I'm sure that when you swallowed that time that you didn't swallow the same amount of bacteria in your mouth that you did a minute ago. I'm sure that when you cracked your toe in this time that you may not be able to crack your toe and do the same thing that you did before you did it that time. I'm telling you, we are changing by the millisecond, but our spirits are still the same. Our discipline is still the same. The structure that we've created right here on this call, Renee, is still the same. Jackie is still the same. Tracy, you're still the same. You guys built yourself up. You are thinking that, hey, I'm 50. I'm grown. But how old is your spirit? How old is your belief system? Maybe you need to dial that back to when you was a kid, because that's when we believed anything. But now we adults, and it's just like, oh, I got it. We ain't got it. We ain't got it, but we getting it. We're getting it. We are getting it. We're going to wake up and we're going to say affirmations to yourself. I used to feel like, what affirmation am I going to say? I am loved. I am beautiful. I get everything I desire. Then I had to remember, it's so many things that I keep saying that I am, but I got to remember to remove the things that I am not. So now I say, I am no longer a liar. I am no longer a cheater. I am no longer somebody that's going to go and buy food stamps. If you got them, I might thirst at them out because I want to fill up my refrigerator, but I can't ask for the food stamps and then say, but keep the circumstances. Guess what? You going to get both of them because it's a set. Start speaking what you are not and replace it with what you are. But don't forget to say what you are not anymore. And then say who you are becoming, who you are. But also say who you are no longer. When I say it's imperative and important to the hour shift, you're going to see just how amazing it looks on the side of grace, how amazing it looks on the side of just believing and understanding and really seeing that vision for yourself, because you're going to work toward it. The goal to get it is going to be so much greater, so much prettier, so much shiny and all of those things than how you looking crazy looks to somebody else. Right? I had to go into a location yesterday that I didn't even know what was there, but I'm excited to go back. I had to go into a location yesterday that was nothing that I've ever experienced, and it felt like it was food to my soul. It felt like I ate the apple off the tree. My bad. That's how it felt to my soul. I wasn't just getting the gospel, but I was getting the information of letting me know how powerful I am. It's no mistake that we're in this business for the last deregulation. It's no mistake. We are the chosen people. Like when you go into a room and you're the only one in there with what you got, everybody else got the same, but you got something different. Who is the chosen? When you hunt for the Easter egg, there's only one prize egg. Who gets it? The person that found it because they were the chosen. It's resurrection. We got to move different. We got to move like an army. We got to move like we're people that really want it. Regardless of what somebody think of how we look, or them telling us that we're not going to make it, this business is going to fall, or, not having the support of your spouse and your children, and, going to work every day and just trying to figure out how you going to make it. Listen, if you are in this business that pays you 8 ways and you go outside of this business to look for employment, after you came into this business, you're doing that because you simply don't believe. For those who have a job before you got into this business, I'm going to say work your job and set a plan. But for those of you who got in here with no job and then went and found a job, I'm going to say check your belief system. I'm going to say increase your belief, because without that, you will always have another job. That is not my goal. That is not my desire. That is not what I want. I want to see each and every person on this call to walk that stage in Vegas as an area or regional. I want to see each and every one of you guys having your own brand in the back office. I want to be a part of that. I want to do any and everything that I can do without exhausting myself down to the bare bones to see you win. I want to be a part of whoever that want to go get it. If it's encouragement, let me lean on me. If it's inspiration, lean on me. When I tell you I got enough, Gloria on the line, she could tell you when I've had enough. Renee will let you know I'll power down. I have a capacity, but I have a heart with a larger capacity to help, to be a part of, right? It takes a lot for me to come on and talk about and just talk about my day like that, right? It's therapy for me, but I know that it's helping somebody else. I know that it's encouraging somebody else, that it's increasing the belief in somebody else, right? Who you are when you look into that mirror, you should see yourself greater every single day, right? You should see yourself loved every single day. We're reaching for money, but we're forgetting to ask about the love. we're wanting to be loved, but we didn't realize that it also needs to come with respect. It also needs to come with a sense of gratitude, dignity, right? It also needs to come with integrity. It also needs to come with respect of each other. So when you grow and they grow, you still can grow together because you still get excited about each level that you on. Come look at this. Oh, now look at mine. Right? We got work to do. And I'm so happy again that you guys took the time to jump on the call with me. It's 6:36. You know, I said I was gonna hold y'all long. So I'm gonna go ahead and unmute you guys if you guys want to say anything, because then we're gonna be like that. So you can unmute yourself, I think.
So,
Yes, thank you.
Did you
Well,
get
thanks
my
for that inspirational moment you gave us.
Thank you.
Nika, you said the word today, my dear.
What I say?
Just the word.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hey,
you did that.
Yeah, sometimes I get a
So proud of you, girl.
I be like,
Yeah,
oh,
I needed that, Nika.
hey,
huh?
I needed that. Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Nika,
Yo.
did you get behind the pulpit yesterday? You was rolling. I mean, your first presentation was off the chart, and now backing it up with this story. Oh my goodness. You been growing. I can see that you evolving day by day. Fantastic. God bless you. Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Hey, I ain't gonna bust you out, Nika, but you had a chance to get up there and do that poem.
Yeah.
Man, I was high. I couldn't focus, Debbie. Look, Renee, they had me on the Z. He said, read the what is that?
The Still I Rise joint.
Yeah, I was like, what? I can't see. I got my glasses. Like, what? And I'm a visitor. They're gonna be like, she cute but can't read. Hell no. I can't.
You better read that Maya Angelou poem, girl.
Jackie
Hey,
was like,
if you did that,
you
they'd
know
be
it.
passing around a plate for you.
What'd you say, Denise?
I said, if you did that on the pulpit, they'd be passing around a plate for you.
Yeah, to buy me some glasses because I couldn't see nothing in that phone.
Nika, one more gummy might have did it.
One more, you might be right.
Hey, y'all, I mean, with every word that Nika said, it was just amazing. I had the best day yesterday fooling around with Nika. We at this church, and of course, you know, Nika gonna go up front. I'm like, oh Lord, here we go. So we get up front, man. But look, the catcher was the bishop and the patriarch, how they ate that gummy so fast and they asked no questions.
They were hungry. More than just the word.
Oh my.
I want to say that, you know what, guys, I know, you know, I'm a believer and I make no apologies about it, but I'm also very, very spiritual. And day by day, I feel the spiritual increase, period. Right. Because I'm doing a lot of personal development. I will tell you guys, if you have not invested in your personal development, start to invest in your personal development. I don't care if investing means about 15 or 10 minutes, you know, a day listening to, you know, right now I take that time to listen to Think and Grow Rich. And that is the book that I'm studying for this year, because I am somebody who just don't want to read a book to say, oh, I've read that book. I want to read the book and operate the book. Right. So I am studying that book for a year. So I would tell you guys to work on your personal development, and this same spiritual shift that you guys see with me or anybody else is because personal development is being done. People are tapping into their purpose, their why, and it's easy for them to want to help. It's easy for them to want to just, you know, do whatever they can do to help anybody, regardless of who that person is. So in this business, I truly believe that digging into your personal development is very, very present to your success, because this business is about people. And if you can't understand people, if you don't understand personalities, if you don't understand how to talk to each one of those personalities, guys, you will make surface money and you will suffer. You will not be at the top, because it's not the money that gets you there, it's the people. And that's real. It's the people. When people say, Nika, well, how do you keep getting people? I don't really go look for anybody. I really don't. I talk and be like, hey, you want to? I can't tell you the last time I gave a sample away. Oh, yesterday. And that was mine. That wasn't even a sample. Okay. That was my personal can. And I'm gonna tell you guys another trick. When you go outside and you're having your products with you or you're going somewhere, take a Ziploc and take some of your gummies out, right? And then just leave a few in the can and be like, oh, I think I have one. You know what I'm saying? Now you only got 3. So now they won't ask you for two or 3 gummies. You like, because sometimes we don't want to say no, right? And we don't want to be like, oh no, you could just have one. We want to be the big dog. Nah, I make it look like, girl, I'm almost out. This is my personal can. You could get one and that's it. I play all kind of tricks. I just had so much fun with this business. I was just telling Ms. Green earlier today. I was like, oh, I'd be in the store like, hold on, let me see something. Can I ask you a question? Don't nobody be on the phone. Just to talk to people in the store. To ask them a question. They don't know nobody's on my phone. But I gotta cut in some kind of way. And that's how I do it.
Tricks of the trade, would you say?
Definitely. Well, guys, if nobody has anything, I'm going to wrap up and then we will see you guys on the 8 o'clock call.
All righty.
See
All
you
right,
guys
guys.
later.
Bye.
Thank you, Nika.
Oh, you're
Nika.
Good
welcome.
night.
You're
All right,
welcome.
bye guys.
Thank
See
you,
you
Nika.
later.
Appreciate you, baby. All right.
Absolutely.
Good night.